Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to Stamping School. This week I had a request from a viewer, Caroline, and she said, would you please help me decide which bundle in the suite to get? So there's stamps and dies, and then there's stamps and a punch, and it's all part of this really great suite called the Regency Park Suite in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. Before I do that though, I need to show you the colors that are going to be retiring while Stampin' Up! Is doing their color refresh. So I want to make sure everybody knows what's going away. If you already know, you can just fast forward through this part. So about every 5 years, Stampin' Up! Will do a big color refresh and get rid of some colors that are not so fresh anymore. It's okay, I'm gonna miss a couple of them, but there's more good stuff coming. So out of their 4 core groups, there are 11 colors that are retiring. So out of the brights, regals, subtles, and neutrals. And then they're also bringing back 6 or 7 of the popular colors from the in colors from years past to kind of round everything out, and then bringing on 4 more brand new colors. So here are the colors that are going to be retiring. Mango Melody, not real sad about that one. It's okay. Bermuda Bay, super sad about this one. Love this color. Pacific Point, they're bringing back another blue that is probably a better primary blue than this one, so I'm okay with that one. Mary Merlot, I kind of gonna miss this one. It was such a nice wine color, but we still have the Cherry Cobbler. And then Soft Suede is going. Sahara Sand is going. Rich Razzleberry is going. And yes, the cardstocks and inks and all those, anything related to these colors will be gone. Blushing Bride will be going. So Saffron. So these things are on the retirement list, which I will link below so that you can do your list and make sure you have everything you want from these families. Pear Pizzazz and Mint Macaron. This one was a surprise to me. I kind of thought Pool Party would go first. Mint was a surprise, but I get it. Okay, those are all going away. And then they are bringing back these that were in colors that were all super popular. People love them. Lost Lagoon coming back. I like that one. Blueberry Bushel. This is one that I think is taking the place of Pacific Point. This is a true primary blue. Really nice. It's a great blue. I'm really happy about that one. Pretty Peacock is back. Everybody loved that one. Berry Burst. That's taking the place of the Rich Razzleberry. It's just a little bit brighter. Lemon Lime Twist, very bright chartreusey kind of a green, citrusy green. Misty Moonlight, all-time favorite. People loved it. It's like a really nice denim color. And Fresh Freesia, which is an in color that's retiring, will become part of their family, their regular core colors. These 2 catalogs are the ones that are retiring. They end on May 1st, the big annual catalog and this mini catalog. I will link to my blog below, which has the retirement list you can print and just make sure there's nothing you want. By April 4th, there'll be sales on those things for what is left. So everything is while supplies last right now. All right, let's get back to Caroline's question. So in this mini catalog that ends on May 1st, the Regency Park Suite, it's a big suite with 2 bundles. It's got cardstock. It's got this great Regency Park paper that I've used. It's wonderful, the navy ribbon. These are gone now. The Milky Dots are gone, but I think everything else is still there. Caroline said, I'm torn which one to use. Should I get the one with the punch or should I get the one with the dies? So I said, I don't know. Let me play with it and see what I think. So I made 2 cards with it, and this one is by far my favorite. I think I just love the die cutting on there, that frame, which I'll show you. And this one is certainly nice with the punch, but I did use dies to cut this circle. I'm a little torn, but I'll tell you what I'm thinking. The Regency Park paper, it's 6x6. It's a must, even if you don't have anything. I just love it. Get it before it's gone. It just has so many great prints. I'll go quickly because I know you've seen me use it before. 48 sheets, and it's got all the tone-on-tones on the back side. 48 sheets, 4 of each design. And some of the designs do coordinate with the punch and the dies, so that's extra nice. So this one is Sentimental Park. This is the dies and the stamp set. Clearly, you get a lot more bang for your buck with this one just because you have all of these great sentiments. Thanks, thinking of you, let's celebrate you, dear friend, and then all these little greetings that kind of match up with these. This is a 2-step. This is a two-step, this is a two-step. But then the dies really make it for me. I loved these right here. I think they're great. You get this nice long stem. The only thing that is missing from this bundle here is a little leaf to go with all these little flowers. All they have is these really big leaves and they look really silly with these little flowers. Just missing something small for that. But I love all the teeny little flowers, and these have like a little texture to them. I don't know if you could, there you go, you can kind of see it there. They have like a little texture if you want to just use them without stamping them or something. And then my favorite thing was this guy right here. You have this piece, which has a little pocket in each one of these sides, and it makes a great little layer and a little pocket. Love that. That's really nice. So that's what I used on this one, which I'll show you how to put that together. Isn't that pretty? So that's the Sentimental Park with the dies. This one is Petal Park, and that comes with the punch. So you can get the punch. So it's a lot less expensive. There are no sentiments in it. They are meant to coordinate with each other, for sure. But if you don't have a die cutting machine, then the punch is the way to go. So that's another option. Now, the way these two-step, it looks like this. So you can stamp the solid blue here, which looks like this, and then you add this one on top of it, and then it comes out. So it's colored in, or you can just color it with a marker. Same thing with this one. I just stamped it in a green over here, and then did a lighter green over top with the coordinating ones, because there's two big swags in here. And it has a nice little open space in here so that you can punch out the flowers and stick them in. That's very nice. This little guy too, open, two-step, and it creates that when you're done. Because these look kind of weird on their own. They really look like weird starfish. And then once you put them all together though, they look great. So this is nice also. This has the smaller flowers and the smaller leaves. And you can see on this card, I just punched out two of them, and the third one I stuck on the inside. So, and punched out some little leaves. It's, you know, it's really nice and it's quick and easy. I just think I might have more mileage on this one because of all the sentiments. Let me show you quickly how I put this card together. I started with Shaded Spruce because I started with this paper. So I did just a 1.5 inch piece from that paper pack. 1.5 by 3 3/4. Now I ended up adding a little skinny layer of white between the blue and the green. I just felt like it needed that extra piece of white on there. When I put the blue directly on top of the green, it just sort of went blah. It looked, I don't know. So to me, this one looks better. Now this piece of blue I embossed with that Basics embossing folder. That is coming back. I'm so happy because I really like it. It's like it's very neutral. It's like a little crosshatch, but it gives just a little bit of crosshatch like that old Subtles folder we used to have. I really like it. It's my favorite folder right now. I'm glad they're coming back with more. It'll be one of those online out of publication things, but I'll let you know when it's back. All right. So see that extra pop of white just sort of makes it all stand out. Now I played around with different colors for this. I played around with white, with green, with yellow, with all kinds, and I went to this really pretty shimmer gold. This is going to be going away too, I believe. It's that pack that I told you that I love, and I love the gold in it. And it's got that pretty freesia and the green. It's called Fine Shimmer, and it might be going on sale. Put a few dimensionals on the back of that. And I love it with the navy, that navy cardstock and that very nice shimmer. It's almost like a champagne gold. It's not too gold. This is that plain label that comes in those dies. And then I used the love and the U because I wanted to do it vertically. Everybody I've seen has been using it horizontal, but there's nothing wrong with that. That would make a nice card also, to do it this way and make a greeting this way. But I wanted to do something vertical. So I just lined these up here, and because they're photopolymer, you know, you can kind of move them around and get them just where you want them. a little bit of navy ink, and this is stamp right here. Okay. Perfect. I also like to add just a little bit of those yellow flowers. You can see right here, they're just kind of peeking out, and they mimic these flowers back here in the paper. A little bit of daffodil. Thank goodness the daffodil didn't go away. I love daffodil. Don't touch that navy yet. A dark color, oof, it doesn't like to dry so quickly. It will dry within a few minutes, but it can smear, especially on the Whisper White, which has a, it's very smooth. Now on this one, I use the punch and the flower. But on this one, I use the die cut because I think it matches the paper better. It really looks nice. I put a little bit of glue back here. Probably should have waited to glue that down, but stick it in here. See if I can get it in there. I should have waited to put the dimensionals on last, but that's okay. We'll stick it in there. All right, so note next time, make sure you put the dimensionals and the whole thing down after you get this slid in there. There we go. Okay. And then the flowers. We'll just do one here. And the green leaves. In Shaded Spruce. When it stamps, it looks like this particular one. But I took the Shaded Spruce, the light Shaded Spruce, which I stamped it in. And I'm just trying to make it look like the leaves in the paper. And they left a little bit of white in the middle. So that's what I'm going to do. Like that. Put a couple little leaves on here. And then also in the paper, you probably can't see, but there's tiny little navy dots in the middle of every flower. So I'm going to do the same thing and put a little navy dot here. But I could also put a rhinestone on there or something. But I'm going to darken the little dots in the center of these little flowers right here. Now on the inside of this one, I did add a few blue stones there, some gemstones. Now on the inside, I did a little much, but I like it. I did a little white layer, navy, another strip here, and then I wanted to use the smaller die. So it comes with the two sizes right here. So I wanted the smaller one here. Dear friend, you are amazing. Another little 1.5 inch strip. And then up here, I can write my note. So I really like that one. Now on this one with the punch, I don't have to show you how to make this one. It's super easy. But I do want to just show you how to line up the punch to get the flowers. And I've showed you this before, but just in case you're new, I want to show you how you can do your punch template. So to do your punch template, you just punch through a piece of cardstock, write on it, template. There's your template. Then what you do, we take the stamps, right? Now these are photopolymer, which are nice, and that works a little bit easier. You want the flat side up because we're gonna mount it, okay? Here's our punch, and this is the way it looks. So we wanna make sure that we go straight up so we're in the right orientation, all right? So these flowers are all mounted together. If you put them in the little slots, get them nice and even in the middle. And we'll take this little leaf too, because he's in there. Flat side up. And then take your block and grab him. There you go. Now, when you stamp it, it'll be close enough that's lined up good here, okay? So here, I'll just do it in navy. What I would do with the leaf also, I would change this to green. Use my green ink pad just right there. That way I've got a green leaf. And again, the leaf is on the bottom, so that's the way I'm going to stamp it, at the bottom. It's like there. And now when I go to punch, see, it's lined up exactly where it needs to be. So you can kind of move it around, figure out where it goes, put it down. Now this punch is a little hard to use, in that it's not hard to use, but I mean it takes a little pressure to get that. And there they are. It's just a little bit easier. For instance, if I just stamp this anywhere, Then I've got an issue trying to figure out how to get to it. So now I got to trim around it here, try to figure out how to get it so that it lines up. If you just use your punch template, keep it in your stamp set, then when you're ready, stick them in there and you're good to go. And both of these will fit in your template so that it makes it easy to punch out. So Caroline, I think at the end of the day, go with what you like better. If you like punching better, get the punch, but I think I really like this one better. I like all the sentiments in it, and I like this die right here. So if you're only buying one, I would say this one. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. See it, learn it, stamp it.